All right, we've got the basic pieces all in here, and it's time to start filling out the actual content of the site. Now in the head area of the page, we're going to put information that is about the site, but doesn't necessarily appear on the website when you view it. I'm going to add a title tag up here. What that's going to do is when you have these little tabs at the top of your page, kind of like this has here, it will put the title, whatever you type in here, at that top of your page. So I'm going to call it D. Cowley Portfolio because I'm making a portfolio site, and I don't want you to write out your full first and last name. So I put my first initial and last name. Then we got to remember to close the title tag. And now we're going to go actually look at what's on our page so far. To do that, we need to find the file that we've been writing, index.html. We'll go back to where we had it saved on our computer, in your Google Drive probably, in our class folder, and I'm going to find the same folder inside of my folders that I've been working on in Atom. And when I open that, it will have the same files in it, of course, because it's the same folder. I'm going to find index.html, and I will double click on it to open it. You might have an extra box that pops up and says, do you want to open it in Chrome or whatever? We just need to open it in some internet browser. And it's blank right now, but up in the corner in the tab, mine says D. Cowley Portfolio because that's the title I asked it to put. So we can see that our web page is working right now. There's just not anything on it. So let's put some stuff on it. The body is going to contain most of what we see when we look at a website. It's going to be this big area that's blank and white right now, but that forms a web page on most websites. So we talked a bit about headers before and their sizes. So the biggest header is going to be H1, and that's what I'm going to start with in my body. I'm going to give a title to my page that actually appears in the page itself, and I'm going to call it Portfolio of Art or something similar to that. This is going to be the biggest title on the page that's going to appear at the very top. So this section right here is what's actually going to appear on the web page. To see the web page, I go back to the browser, I open Chrome or whatever I opened it in before, and you'll see that it's just blank. What we need to do is go back and do two things inside of Atom. One thing is save it. So if you see the blue dot at the top of the page, you know it needs to be saved still. So I can do that by opening the File menu and clicking Save, or I can just hit Control S on my keyboard. Then we go back to the web page in Chrome, and we'll see nothing's there. There's one more thing to do. We have to click Refresh at the top, and it reloads the page with all the changes, and we can see that it's now actually got that title I was looking for. So let's go back, and I'm going to, underneath it, put a subtitle. I'm going to put my name on there. So I will choose a smaller header like H3, let's try. And I'm going to just type what I want it to say, put my name on there, and then close up the H3 tag. And then we have to remember to save, Control S, and refresh, and we'll see a smaller name underneath. It is kind of tiny, so I think I'll go back and change it to H2, and we have to change the closing tag to H2 as well. And then if we save again and refresh, it's a bit bigger. It looks pretty nice. Awesome. There, my words are floating to the side. They're just plain black. We want to change that up. The next step would be to add some CSS, which is what we will do in the next video. So stick around.